looks like we are jumping right into it. All right. So we
Ooh,
got Kesephim versus Malbyte here. And yeah, I see the nice, kind of like almost monochromatic, but then has some nice reds in there.
yeah,
Uh, that's really
I
cool to
really
see.
love the coordination.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, and we also get to
Wow,
see,
noise art serve.
yeah, Noizard. So if this is annoying Noizard, which it quite possibly could be with this team, that makes sense as a serve. You know, being able to give yourself, give the enemy angry when you hit them, is
Yeah,
definitely a very useful thing. I mean, Spitball used to be one of the, best serves you can do. Obviously, still pretty good, but there's a little more options nowadays. But uh, I'm the one thing I also like seeing from different teams with annoying
ooh,
noise art is what attacks they choose to use. And it looks
looks
like
like
they
they're
do
going with
have,
Raw Fury, which counters the redirection that Kesephim is running.
yeah, exactly. Like there's advantages and disadvantages to each one, but yeah, it looks like going around the redirection is the choice, and it definitely matters in this matchup.
Yeah,
And we got the instead of being able to boost and use perfect shot, still getting the boost, but not able to perfect shot. So basically, the short
yeah,
term
but
damage
Force
is
is
going to
a
be a little low.
heartbreaker.
Yep. We actually see going into the noiser there. So I'm curious to see. So so these two beasties on Malbyte's side are actually pretty disruption heavy. Not necessarily a lot of damage coming down. We actually see the drum and spitball, and the frazzle is gonna not work because of the rhythm there. And again, not
The
doing a lot of
spitball is pretty
damage.
huge, though.
But yeah, both the spitball and
On
overriding the
top of the
trait.
cyclone, yeah,
Yeah.
this clears Silas' damage boosts.
Yeah, that's a big point you bring up. Like, it's not enough just to have like some disruption. Having a way to
Oh,
really
definitely.
having a way to deal with opponents' boosts and just, reducing the damage you take is really important if you're running a slower team like this. Yeah, I'm curious to see. So, I haven't necessarily seen this team before, but what do you think? What do you think the win condition is for Malbyte's team? Are they just looking to wear down the other team, or are they looking for like a specific setup?
Well, I'm not sure what they're running in the back, but I do see Cass Elite back there, one of the biggest damagers in the game.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
I don't know. I imagine that Malbyte's plan is to wear them down and then bring in Cass Elite for the cleanup.
Yeah, yeah, I could definitely see that. That's kind of like some of the older control teams that we've seen. Even
Yeah,
like
I'm really
ones that
curious
Dinos
what
have run.
Hoofster is running though.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question is Goofster is
Yeah,
kind of an unknown factor because it can either be very supportive or it can run damage itself. But yeah, we do see some damage starting to stack up on the Diablo Ceres here. And that provoke coming out to, prevent any cyclones or anything like that. So
yeah.
I'm
Will it be
expecting we might
enough?
have to see the switch out. But then Noizard being in the front means it's going to be taking extra damage here too.
Yeah, the issue right now is that both of Malbyte's beasties fielded right now don't really threaten a lot of damage.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So it's kind of, again, this slow game. But the problem is, the traits are being overwritten, and yeah, they're angry, but they can also just switch out the next turn. And as long as
Yeah.
Kesephim can keep outputting consistently high damage, Malbyte is eventually gonna have some trouble. Yeah, and I think once the other good thing about getting this Diablo Ceres off the field is that's the main way of stopping all these boosts, right? So if there's no more Cyclone, I don't know. Maybe there's patience on. Oh, and we see the
On
first
Waddle?
point there on the Waddle,
Wow.
yeah. But yeah, we see the first point coming out, and onto the Diablo Ceres, which giving up a point isn't bad, but that Diablo Ceres was pretty low, so. The good news is, it's going to be able to switch out and then start to, get those wiped stacks off. Man, really a tongue twister there. But and then eventually, Malbyte's going to have a pretty healthy bench.
Seems to be a pretty vital part of Malbyte's team, so I'm curious what they're gonna do from here. Oh, they're bringing in Cass Elite though
Yep.
for the big damage.
Yep. I think that's probably the thought here. And yeah, it looks like we're going to see probably a launch. There's no field effect to get rid of for demolish.
Yeah, I imagine.
So, and then they'll have a good front row positioning where they can do more damage in subsequent turns and also, you know, be able to do some blocks here. And also, actually, being able to block is going to be pretty nice if they can. And yeah, Bendiva is not going to be able to provoke, so...
The tactical pass.
Yeah. Oh, but
It's a
we
lot
see
of damage.
immediate switch out into Waddle. I guess just afraid
Yeah.
of a big damage move coming out, which I think makes some sense.
I think T-pass dump or T-pass sneak attack even just kills.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that one makes sense.
yeah. Yeah, the 2-action dump doing a bunch of extra damage is definitely something that's a little scary. So I think that switch made a lot of sense. And yeah, being able to set up the drum. Are we gonna see Quickset? Quickset's not
Raw
gonna do.
Fury.
Yeah, I don't know. Like normally you see Quickset with an attacker that does damage, but but yeah, we are gonna see Quickset Raw Fury. Actually, was that damage preview correct? Is this gonna do like 50? Yeah,
Raw
it does
Fury?
almost 50
Whoa.
damage. That's kind of crazy for a Noiser to do. I don't think I've ever seen a Noiser do that much damage. That's really funny.
The beauty of Beastieball.
Yep. Yeah, so
Malbyte's bench is getting pretty chipped down, but Diablosaurus is back.
yeah, so Diablosaurus coming back is definitely a big deal. Again, I didn't see what moves that Waddle had. If it has patience or anything like that to help try to mitigate the
Looked
damage
like
here.
quick set, quick tag, and an attack.
Okay. All
I
right, so
think
no
Raw Fury.
defensive move.
Yeah.
So it looks like Malbyte might just be giving up a point here.
Yeah, just stinking
Yeah.
Bendiva, I assume.
Yep, that's what it looks like. Yep.
So forces a free ball serve, and they get more time to, readjust themselves.
Yep. Yeah, so it, being down 2 points is definitely not great, but a lot of times these slower, more controlling teams, it's kind of part of their game plan. They basically admit, okay, well, I'm going to get behind early on, but I'm going to set myself up for a good position and be able to basically take all the points later. That said, definitely there's been some damage spread around to Kesephim's beasties, and I don't think they have a great way to heal back up. But I don't know
I'm
if
still
they've
not
done...
sure if it's enough.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is I'm not sure if it's enough damage.
Yeah.
So we do see the launch coming out here. The other thing is there's no, sideways pressure on Malbyte's side to, force any movement on defense here. Yeah, it looks like Demolipede comes back out. So we could see a boosted dump here again. Or just a provoke sneak attack.
There's a lot of redirection going on the left side.
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, makes it harder for Malbyte to really make any progress, even though they have Raw Fury.
Yeah, I think the Raw Fury Noiser is really the only way to deal with that, which admittedly, it seemed like it worked pretty well, shutting down the Silusk at the very beginning of the game. But then Kesephim was able to just rotate pretty well and keep the pressure up with Bendiva. And yeah, we do see this cast lead on low stamina now, but I believe that activates its ability, so... Alright,
Ooh, are they running power up?
I believe it was power up.
Those definitely look like power up numbers.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, you see see those big numbers come on screen. Oh, must be power up. So the question is, can they actually get a knockout with this?
Is Bendiva running shield or something?
I don't think so. I don't think there's
Ooh.
shield on Bendiva. It's just a matter of who are they going to target. And with a block here, I don't know, it might have been enough to survive, but it looks
Frazzle.
like they forget that Frazzle doesn't work under rhythm. And they kind of give up a free point there. Again, it was going to be hard to survive. But Malbyte able to strike back and get a point on the board.
Big.
Yep. And now the good news for Kesephim is that Demolipede will be back in 4 turns. So it's kind of a question.
Yeah, Malbyte's still got a long road to go. Ooh,
Yeah.
bringing in the tractor beam for the low HP cast lead.
Yeah, and I think that's a big deal, actually. That might be game winning, because that Castleet can't switch out. There's no redirection on Malbyte's side. And I don't know if that Castleet has shield. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it's Demolish Launch Shield, but even buying that one turn,
Yeah.
I don't think they can force the Albrax off in time.
Well, wait a minute. We could see a Dispel Provoke. And that would
Ooh,
shut down the shield. And I think Sneak
you're
Attack would be
right.
enough. I guess we're going to see.
There's no other way to do it.
And the Sneak Attack comes out.
And that's game.
Yeah, that's got to be game, right? Yeah, there we go. And just like that, Kesephim actually takes the first game. And that was a really interesting matchup between those two teams. Like, what
Yeah.
do you think of that matchup? What do you think Malbyte needs to do better to be able to have a chance of winning?
It looked like Malbyte was having a lot of time, or a really hard time really making any damage progress on the other team. And I'm not really sure how to fix that, but they are starting on C serve this time.
Yeah.
And so I'm wondering if that's going to really make a difference in the matchup.
Yeah, I mean that's a good point to bring up. They were forced to serve the first game, which,
Yeah.
annoying Noizard with Raw Fury is one of the best serves you could ask for, but you're still giving the opponent the first full turn, right? So
Yeah, they still
sometimes-
recovered pretty well,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm curious to see. I'm trying to think what was on Malbyte's team that they could use as a good counter
We
serve.
didn't get to see the Goofster at all, I don't think.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, so who knows what they might be bringing to this match.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I know they have Stinky on the Noizard.
It's Cyclone on Diablo.
Yeah. Okay, it looks
Uh,
like the players are taking a quick break.
Gotcha.
So we'll be waiting a couple extra minutes for this, but that's okay. Yeah, I don't know. I am kind of interested. So one difference between like this control team and maybe some other control teams that I see, is Malbyte, like kind of like what you said, doesn't have a whole lot of damage options. Because normally you see like some other non-attack way of doing damage.
It looked like Castle was really their only way of putting pressure on the other team. Unless Goofster is also an attacker, which
Yeah.
it very well might be.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for the counter serve, I'm kind of expecting either. Oh, actually, it might be Castle and Noizard, and Noizard could use
for the
Stinky. I guess.
Oh no, running with the same pair.
Oh yeah. Okay, interesting. So I mean,
Yeah.
it might still be a Stinky, but yeah, there's no. Oh, there's actually just gonna be a move up, which kind of makes sense. Get the defense boost. So yeah, I guess the game plan is just gonna be set up rhythm and just try to disable the other team for as long as possible.
Majesty is already shutting down some of Malbyte's damage.
Yeah. Yep, definitely. But yeah, like I was saying before, there's no sweaty, there's no quake, at least
Yeah.
as far as I can see. But so like again, damage options are just a little bit low.
Not a quick set.
Yeah, opting not to quickset this time. Maybe just to cover both rows. I'm not sure because I think Sidewinder was on Demolipede, but maybe also just not, doesn't think the damage is really needed right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we're not going to see a boost, but we could see a provoke plus dump to start
Yeah,
shutting
still
down the
do a lot of
options.
damage. It looks like they're switching in their big damage dealer.
Yep, I think they were anticipating that Waddle was going to get hit here, which is good news, right? So Castellead's going to be able to move up and do a big attack. Unfortunately, or maybe fortunately for Kesephim, there was the provoke that's going to stop the quick set, because otherwise that would have been a lot more threatening.
Yeah, pretty much. Still not enough to threaten a kill on Bendiva.
Yeah, so the question is, from Kesephim's side, do you just want to like block, or do you want to try to switch on something else that you'd rather take the damage? But oh, we're actually going to see a launch and a move back from Waddle. That was not what I was expecting. So we do see the
Guess
block.
they're getting ready to switch someone else in, I assume.
Yeah, I mean that's what I have to imagine.
Yeah, but they could totally just wipe Castellead if that happens.
I don't think so, actually. I think
Oh,
Castellead
that's-
survive
good.
a straight dump. Because, well, the problem is they can't boost. Because if they volley and then tactical
the
pass, they
conditional
don't get the full
damage, you're right.
damage from dump. But they choose to just get the damage boost anyways and actually target the back, which is kind of interesting.
Well, we're gonna see what Goofster has.
Ooh, it looks like
a supportive
set
one.
sheer sidewinder. Okay, so it is a support set.
All
So
in on Castle.
yeah, I actually think it's interesting to have both set and cheer because that means you could basically always guarantee a damage boost. And yeah, just with that one damage boost, yeah, now all of a sudden this Bendiva is in a world of hurt. And the thing is, Maraptor's already on the field. So yeah, Bendiva's just going to get knocked out. And Malbyte actually takes the first point this game.
Yeah. Wonder who they're going to swap in. I assume it has to be Owl.
Yeah, I guess so. So, see, this is one. So I think Malbyte actually is doing a good job here at dealing with Kesephim's team because Kesephim has like two main attackers, right? It's the Sylas and the Bendiva.
Yeah, and the Sylas has really low body defense.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a matchup weakness right there. But also this Maraptor is stuck on the field. It really wants to be on the bench, you know, switch in for the redirection and then just go back to the bench. But it's kind of been stuck on the field for a while now. So again, there's no easy way to get Sylas on the field unless like Demolipede is already out.
Yeah, we're just gonna see an Echo Strike.
Yeah.
Which could be pretty bad for Malbyte.
Yeah, it could be, but I think that's still okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's game ruining, but
yeah,
losing the trait does slow them down a bit, damage-wise.
Yeah, but the good news is Angry is not effective against that Goofster, and we're gonna see a double cheer here because of the block. And yeah, this Demolish. Look at those damage numbers. You know, get double boosted at the net. You're gonna be doing some good damage, and I think Malbyte has actually found the setup to take a lead in this game.
Looks like they learned a lot from the last game.
Yeah. So like the three beasties that are on their bench right now are all really good at like stalling and like controlling the game, but they managed to get Castle out with, you know, their offensive support in Goofster. So now the question is, Echo Strike can get another boost because there's Tactical Pass. So now this is kind of a guess. In fact, I might consider just moving the Castle back because the danger of block is we might see a provoke.
Because of provoke?
Okay, but it is going to be double Tactical Pass. Oh, and going for the block, is that enough to save it? It is.
Wow, it is.
Wow. And this is going to be great because we're gonna see a set and a cheer, which is just going to be absolutely astronomical numbers. Like, yeah.
Castle moment. Nero would be proud.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So what do you even do here as Kesephim? I mean, I guess you would try to sacrifice the Maraptor here to try to slow down the momentum.
I don't know. I assume they're gonna. Oh, just a block.
Yeah, but the problem. Oh, wait, it's actually enough. Wow, doing better math than I did in my head, that's for sure.
So if they volley and then provoke, I don't think Castle can live that, can it? Or tactical pass provoke.
Well, it's already so Maraptor's already +2, so it should survive. The question is, which lane is this going to target? I think if Malbyte gets the guess correct, I think it's a pretty big deal. Yeah, and look at that. Gonna get the defense boost from the stacking and should live.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Pretty smart. And they still get the set?
Yeah. Yeah, and like here, I think it's just super risky to try to switch. Just because if you switch in a full stamina beastie and then it gets wiped, then you just immediately lose.
Definitely.
So I think, yeah, but the problem, well, I guess they have Demolipede in the back, so they can let one of their beasties wipe, then switch in Demolipede the next turn.
Yeah, I'm not sure who they want to wipe.
Again, my gut.
I assume it's Maraptor.
Yeah, my gut says Maraptor. Yeah, and there we see.
Need the camera up for later in the match.
Yeah. Yeah, I was expecting that to happen a turn earlier, but again, they were able to survive an extra turn. So this has to be Demolipede, otherwise this game is over.
Yeah.
Which,
Castle still has enough HP to shield after that too.
yeah, actually, that's funny how it ended up with 2 HP, which is, like you said, exactly enough to shield after this.
Yep.
And that's also the benefit of not having overwork is Castle Elite's not going to wipe itself out. Yeah, so, well, actually, with the shield change, shield is
it's running
still
demolished.
safe here.
Right.
Just because even if, you know, they don't attack into the shield and Goofster goes down. Oh, we're actually just going to see the tag out. Yeah, and I guess we're seeing the provoke anyways. So I guess that's probably why. Oh, it's a free ball.
Oh.
Interesting. I'm not sure I'm a huge fan of that decision. I guess they weren't expecting the switch. I'm guessing that's what it was.
Yeah.
They might have just been expecting the shield. I'm not sure. And Raw Fury is actually able to force out this Albrax, and Silas does come in, but again, it's like the beginning of last game.
That was a really good prediction.
Yeah, it really was. That being said, Castle Elite is still angry from the provoke, so it is going to have to switch out here. And Waddle is going to take a lot of damage here. It probably survives. Yeah, it does. Okay.
Yeah.
And so it does not have Torch Pass, but it has Quick Tag. Okay.
Yeah, Quick Tag and Quick Set.
So I wonder if it's going to Quick Tag this turn after volleying. Oh, it is what we're going to see here.
Oh.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so there's no more provoke, on the field.
Yep.
So this shield is guaranteed. And again, the Frazzle not doing anything because of the rhythm on Malbyte's side. So I really think Malbyte is doing a great job of both controlling the game and, you know, just doing damage this time.
Managing Silas and Bendiva earlier, really.
Yeah.
Really good work on their part.
Yeah. Just really good job navigating, you know, around the threats. And this is like the opposite of the first game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe, you know what?
is up now, so I don't know. Anything could still happen.
Well, definitely. Well, the thing is, look at Malbyte's bench.
Yeah.
Like, everything is super low. So if Malbyte somehow doesn't win in the next, like, 4 turns, I would say, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. Because one of the ways you can lose in 3-point matches, it's not necessarily, oh, I gave up 3 individual points spaced out. But if your whole bench gets really low, your opponent can just
nothing left
serve...
for you to do.
Yeah, your opponent can just serve 3 times and get 3 points. So you have to be really careful. And in fact, it might be at the point where Malbyte wants to sacrifice a Beastie just to avoid that. Because, you know, they're already up 2 points. So they can afford to give up a point.
Especially because, like, Barraptor and Bendiva are both awake now.
Yeah. Yeah, we see the Frazzle again. Probably just because they have nothing else they want to do.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Getting rid of their drum, but I don't think it really matters here.
Yeah. All right, so it looks like we're going to see the Stinky, and it looks like it is what we were talking about. They're just going to basically give up a point, get one of their beasties, you know, recovering on the bench. And because of the Shook...
Does Heartbreaker... Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Shook makes it so they're guaranteed to survive. Oh, they actually go full offense here.
Back.
Oh, man. Oh, this is a big call out. Yeah. Well, I mean, the Demolipede is really low. So it kind of makes sense.
They can double cheer off.
Wait a minute. This might be game. This might be because the problem is they can target the Silas slot. So okay, so it has to be Maraptor. Maraptor has to switch in. That's the only way out. Because obviously, you know, Demolipede would draw in the attack. But here we go. And yeah, it's still a 78.
Lovely direction. All right. Does Dabosaurus live? No, does it?
It should live with 1 more boost because I believe it's already +1. So with a second boost.
So they have to guess right.
Might be enough. Yeah. Well, Well, actually, the thing is, if they get a knockout, actually, it has to be a shield. It has to be a shield because the problem is if they guess wrong, if they, yeah, if Goofster goes down, that's game though because the serve's gonna get the score.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, it looks like Kesephim is actually gonna take this.
Wow.
Oh man. So the thing is, if they had shielded Castle, then even if they guess wrong, Castle would still be tough. So then you could switch in.
It's a pretty recent change, but
Yeah.
it does change a lot.
But yeah, it makes a big difference. And there we go. The Heartbreaker coming out. This should be enough. And there we go. Just like that, Kesephim actually wins 2-0. You know,
Yeah.
first
Go
game, very
Kesephim.
convincing. But second game, a nail biter, but able to come back. I mean, there's not many players that can come back down 0-2.
It was very impressive.
Yeah, that was
But Malbyte did really well in the second
was
match too.
very impressive.
Nail biter.
Man, I'm still kind of in shock. Oh man, that was great.